Hello guys, this is Lame Just Life and I am in Budapest, Hungary, and I'm going to be showing you guys around a little bit tomorrow. But for right now, I'll show you the room that I rented. So it comes with this bed here, which I don't need, and I have this bed here, which I will use, but I have too much space. I don't really need all that, but it was the cheapest thing to rent that I could find, so that's where I am. I got a full kitchen. I think this is literally just an apartment. Like, I don't know, it kind of looks like it was just an office, but I don't know. It has let's see, there's lights. Has a bathroom, nothing fancy, but it'll get the job done. So that's pretty much all I can really say about a hotel room. I had to pay an €8 deposit, and I couldn't get that little bit of money out from an ATM, so I had to go and buy Chinese food to be able to pay my deposit, because I had a €20 and the guy didn't want to give change. So I will now eat my Chinese food, very Hungarian, right? And then I'll see you guys tomorrow. Well, I figured I'd start this morning's video right here in front of whatever this is. I see people both coming and going from in front of it, so hopefully they're not just going up and take pictures. I can get inside. I'm not really sure what it is. I think it might be a church, just because of all the crosses at the top. I think that's, oh, and there's a giant Jesus. So it's almost certainly a type of church. Hopefully they don't have any sort of service going on, because I would very much enjoy going inside and seeing what's up in there, seeing what it looks like. It's a pretty large church. So let's see if I can go inside. So for 1,200 Hungarian, whatever their money is, you can go inside the church and take a look around. It's pretty nice if you're not used to going into big cathedrals like that, but it is pretty much just the inside of a church. So, very beautiful, nice to look at. That's about it. Very filled with tourists. It is a Friday, so it's kind of expected. Everybody's taking their picture with that thing. I have no idea what this is all about, but there's a lot of people here trying to see something. I asked one of the policemen, it's just a bicycle race. I'll be honest, I don't care that much about that, so I'm gonna keep going. But bicycle races, they happen. So I'm looking at the city of Budapest, which used to be two cities, Buda and Pest, and they combined them together and they were separated by this river. So one of these is Buda, which I don't know, I don't know. So one of these is Buda, one of these is Pest. They merged the cities together, became the capital. And looking across the river, this side that I'm on the east bank, actually fell to the Soviets much sooner than that side did during the Second World War, and there was obviously fighting that went back and forth across here because of that. And I find it very interesting just kind of looking at it, you know, from this perspective, and looking at like, wow, there was like literally shooting, exchanges of fire between these places, between the Germans and Hungarians, as well as on this side would have been Romanians and Soviets, mainly Russians, Ukrainians, you know, those sorts. And yeah, it's very interesting to see. It's really nice that some of these older and bigger buildings, these ended up getting preserved even after all that. I don't know if there's still scars from the shooting back and forth that are visible in any of these buildings. I'm sure some of them there are somewhere, but yeah, it's a really nice city. It's pretty small. It feels small from here. I'm sure it's not, but we'll go for a little bit of a walk, go up that way and over that way, and see what else I see along the way. I'm gonna try to eat some goulash, hopefully. That's like their thing, and I've eaten it in 2 other countries rather than here so far, so I gotta also do it here. Another very interesting looking thing up there at the top. They've got like a little statue and it looks like a fort up there, so maybe if I If I can get up there, I'll definitely do that. I didn't really see it from the angle I was at before, but it looks like that, I'm guessing it's the Parliament building, is built on like an older castle or fort or something. Another thing that people were rubbing on this kid's knees. I guess that's a thing. Very busy city right now. There you go. Without looking for it, the bike race is happening. Really thrilling stuff, that. Anyways, before the bike race interrupted me, I was gonna say there's another statue people rub on. This is like a dog's ears. Look like that's what's been rubbed. There's a tour and an unintelligible language. Oh, America has no culture. Oh. I don't know how big this bike race actually is supposed to be, but there is 2 helicopters in the sky getting shots of people riding their bikes through town, basically. I'm not saying what they're doing isn't impressive, because they might be going very long distances at very quick speeds, but it's kind of like watching golf. Why would you do that? Oh no, America's got no culture. Oh no. So as a meme, I came to McDonald's, but unfortunately a lot of people here were actually just speaking English. A lot of tourists are just coming to McDonald's. None of them were American, I'm the only one, I think. But they had spicy chicken nuggets and a sandwich that are new. I'm gonna try. Not spicy, and I like the burger. The thing under the patty has cheese and it's deep fried, and that's very good. God bless America. God bless McDonald's. There's another pretty old looking church here. I think I'll probably end up in a couple of these today, but probably jump inside this one real quick since the door is just open. It says you can go to the top, but I don't think I probably will. We'll see. Unfortunately, when I looked it up, this was all closed, so I can't actually go up into that, which is really disappointing because it's probably the best view of the city, just looking at where it's at compared to everything else. But oh well, we'll power through. I was trying to walk across on the nicest looking bridge, but I failed at that too by missing it by one. There's one over that way that is green and much older looking. I don't know if I'll be headed down that way though, unfortunately. So, since that's closed, you know. So, we'll see what happens next. Well, once again, we find ourselves along the banks of the Danube. Again, 4 capitals on it. We've now been to 3. That's pretty cool. But having just walked across this bridge, there's something that I think is kind of interesting. That is, there is a waterfall just coming down off of the hill here that the bastion, that the fort is on top of. And yeah, it's just like right there, you can walk up to it. You can go see the statue to whatever saint that is or whoever. And it's pretty interesting. It's pretty unique for Budapest. I haven't seen, you know, a natural waterfall in the middle of any other European capitals. So, pretty nice. I like it. The banks of the Danube and a bunch of the stuff that just happens to lie along it are actually all considered a World UNESCO Heritage Site. So, if you're one of those people that goes around collecting those, which I am not exactly, but a little bit, that's an easy one. to knock out. Because I think technically I'm doing that right now. I just go into these places and walk in the banks. So check it on out. So behind me there's a bunch of statues. There's more here, but there's a bus in the way that just parked there that look to be for the Hungarian heroes of the First World War who fought for Austria-Hungary, and obviously many died. They were, you know, one of the co-belligerents of the Central Powers, as Hungary did have say in the governance of the country of Austria-Hungary, unlike a lot of the other people like the Slovaks and Poles and Czechs who did not necessarily have say in the running of the government. But you can see here and over here, you can see all the statues, and I hope this is a World War I museum. If it is, I'm going to go inside. And I don't know if I'll have video in there, but I'll go in there. All right, I got my ticket. It was 4,000 of whatever their money is. Let's see what this is about. Oh, it's World War I, but let's go through it. I wasn't allowed to video inside, but it was a really good World War I museum. Definitely recommend checking it out if you're into history or war, anything like that. Or anything like that. It was really cool. Making my way up the, I don't know, little walkway up the hill towards these palaces and stuff, a bunch of stuff marked on Google. So hopefully something pretty interesting. We'll see. Gonna go up these old castle walls, I guess. These Europeans sure do love their stairs. It's almost like these medieval architects didn't have elevators or something. Haven't made it to the top yet, but it's already a pretty good view. Like everything, it's a little bit crowded here, but it's very nice. Good view, nice building. I think it's a museum, so let's see what it's like inside, if I can. It's pretty cool. You can walk like the walls up here and then go back down the walls. See the city's old defenses. I'm very interested how old some of this stuff is. Like, some of this has to be pretty old. You can see that they made different layers probably over different times here where they've broken up a little bit better or worse. I don't know. But still, it's very interesting to see how this all looks. Very different than in the US. We don't have castles, obviously. Well, guys, I don't know about you, but I'm starting to feel a little bit hungry, so I'm gonna go get something to eat. Preferably goulash if I can find it. So I got goulash soup, a latte, water, and that spicy paprika to go with it. So I'm gonna dish some of that into here, and then I'll eat it on camera for you. All right, I've plated it. I don't know how spicy the paprika is gonna actually be, so I'm gonna spread it out a little bit just in case. That's actually very spicy. That's very surprisingly spicy. I would not have guessed that was going to happen, but it's really good. Very delicious. I think this is the best goulash I've had so far. I've eaten a lot since I've been in Eastern Europe, so believe it or not, Hungarians, the guys who made goulash. They're good at it. Definitely come and try some. I've finished my latte and I've decided to upgrade to a beer. I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna try it for you. That's pretty good beer. I still think the ones I had in the Czech Republic were probably better. I don't think I actually videoed that, but I did drink several different ones there. But yeah, it was still good. Whatever this is good. Maybe that's the brand, I don't know. Maybe it's just the cups. This church is actually pretty interesting. It's a little more unique looking than the other ones. The gate I can already see from here is closed, but that one I definitely like how that looks a little better than the other ones. Even the bigger, more like spectacular ones that are bigger tourist destinations. So, not exactly a comprehensive video, not necessarily even a good video, but I did go around Budapest today, showed you guys a little bit of what I did. They didn't let me film inside the World War I museum, which kind of sucked. I didn't video inside pretty much any place I went, except I think one church. But hey, that leaves more for you guys to explore when you get here. They have great architecture. Lots of really cool buildings. Unfortunately, I'm not like an architecture buff, so I'm not like over here, you know, jizzing my pants about it. But it is really cool. It's really nice to look at. It's a very relaxing city. It's very touristed. It got a lot of tourists. It might also be just because it's a Friday that it feels like it's got more tourists than the other cities that I've visited during my trip. Obviously, there was none in Ukraine, but in the other Eastern European cities that I've visited so far, there has been quite a bit. Here seems to be the most. Still not too bad. I imagine, you know, the tail end of the pandemic stuff and other things that are going on maybe are reducing that a little bit. But this is a really nice town. I really enjoyed my day here so far. I'm gonna keep walking around. I'll probably go do other stuff. I just probably won't be videoing it because I do still have until tomorrow at like 1 that I'm going to be leaving from Budapest to go catch a flight somewhere else. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a little different. It was probably a bit slower paced than most of the other videos that we've made. But if you guys liked it, make sure you give it a like. If you want to have anything to say, comment down in the comment section. And please don't forget to subscribe, even if you didn't like it, even if you hate me. If you hate me, subscribe. That's the best way to get back at me for hatred. Just subscribe, because I don't want you to subscribe. I want you to not subscribe. All right, subscribe no matter what. Goodbye.